here just a couple minutes early. The people in here, can you hear me? Anybody hear anything I'm saying? Can you let me know? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Anybody there? I don't know how this works. I'm still trying to figure it out. So if you can hear me, please let me know. If you can't hear me, please let me know. I am unable to know any other way. Anybody here? Anybody joining me? I guess not. I'm a few seconds early. Hopefully somebody will come in and let me know if they can hear me or not. I don't know much about this, so today's my learning experience. I seen a thing there. Can you hear me? Can you let me know if you can hear me? Am I coming through? We can hear you. There we go. Thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that. Um, I guess here we are, guys. I'm learning how to do this. I don't know anything about it, so I'll learn as I go. Hello, Jason. How you doing today? Good to see y'all. Amy, glad you could be here. Um, this is obviously this is my second live, but it's the first time that I've just sat down here and here it is, guys. If you want to say anything, you want to ask questions, we're here to get to know each other. So, hello, Vic. How you doing? Good to see you, or at least good to see the names on the screen. So I guess you all see me. I can't see you, but I see the messages coming up from Anchorage. Hello, Keith. Uh, Vic says, thanks for taking the suggestion. I assume that's about having the live and the discussions is what I'm assuming. I'm doing great, Jason. How you doing today? I'm always good, though. I'm fine as the fur on a frog either way. I love life, so it all don't matter to me. I just live it 1 minute to the next. What's the live for? Just to meet me and for me to meet you. I don't know how to do this, and I need to learn, so right now I'm on the learning curve. I don't know anything at all, so I'm trying to learn how to do these lives. And, if people like it, glad to see, Jason. I'm glad you're good there. Um, I don't know if we'll do this like, every so often. Maybe we can, maybe we won't. I guess it depends on what you all want. And, you know, but basically, I'm just here to, here to get to know you and for you to get to know me. Is Chili coming back? Do you know? As far as I know, he'll be back next week, guys. That's what I'm being told by him. So, keep watching. He'll be back. Hello, Bunny. Glad to see you. Make a suggest getting StreamYard. Yeah, I'm working on that. I have to learn. Um, yes, I did get a scanner. Unfortunately, the I'm sorry, guys. These comments go by so fast, so I'm trying. The scanner, I don't know if they're using their cell phones or what they're using, but volume is very low. Let's see. So anyway, I don't know if maybe moving the mic a little bit closer to me will work out or not, but yeah, I do have a scanner, and I don't know exactly. There's two different frequencies. There's one for dispatch and one for car to car. Car to car, I usually only get one way. I'll get part of something and not anything else. And of course, dispatch, if they're not directly uh, in the office, then dispatch may dispatch, but that's usually when I'm out with them anyway. Um, when they are not out patrolling and they're just at the department, of course, dispatch can just turn around from a seat, I assume, and dispatch them right there, so that wouldn't come out to me anyway. So it's kind of a big cat and mouse game, and I'm not sure, but I think maybe they enjoy it as much as I do, just seeing if they can keep me guessing. Other auditors actually audit, not tell them they're good boys. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I can't tell them that they're bad boys unless they're bad boys to me. What they've done, I'm not out there to hammer them with. There are others that they have wronged, and I assume that that's getting worked on from another angle. That's not my job. My job is just to make sure that everything's fine and copacetic while I'm there for as much as that I can do. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. I know some people would rather me run up and make comments and ask questions and things like that. So it's okay if they do it. Oh, that's not what I said, man. I didn't say it was okay if they did it to other people. Please don't put words in my mouth. You know, I'm just there trying to protect the scene at that moment. I can't stop what they've already done, and I can't change it, and I can't go back and help the people they've already hurt. So please understand that. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't think there's anything you can do about it either. So, you know, if somebody knows something I don't, feel free to tell me. But style is perfect. Well, thank you. I don't know if my style is perfect. It's not really a style. I'm just me. I wouldn't know any other way to be. I'm not an actor. I can't act. Every time in my life I've ever tried to be something that I'm not, I fell flat on my face every single time. And now that I'm getting older and wiser, I've learned just to be me. So, you know, what you see out there is me. I'm the same on camera, off camera. I've asked everybody I know personally and in my family um, that has watched me if they see any difference between me with the camera out there and of course in my daily life, and they agree that it's just me being me. So oh, it's not that I'm trying to apologize for being me. I'm just trying to show people that I'm just different. That's all. There's not um, one way better than the other. I'm just being me. Do I respect Pam the Ham? Not after that. She lost all credibility and any respect that it wasn't that she's never earned my respect for anything. That's the first time I've ever actually spoken to her face to face in my whole life. I don't know her, and other than what they know about me from behind, whatever they've run and find, I'm sure they know more about me than I do. And what they found is there's really nothing to know. I really am just a boring old hillbilly. So there's really nothing they can hold against me. As far as I know, I don't do anything. So, we'll see how all that goes. But as far as any respect I would have offered her, any cordiality or the things that I try to reach out and offer other people. No, I don't have any of that for her anymore, and nor will she see it when we see each other face to face again. Guys, like I said, this is all kind of new to me, so I'm just trying to answer some of the um, questions that come across. It's hard to read them all. Hate when people put words in your mouth. Yeah, right. I don't like it when they put words in my mouth either, but that's what people do, so it's okay. Feel like you may be followed from time to time. I don't know about from time to time. It seems like I'm followed every time. That's, you know, again, it's an assumption. I see certain vehicles. I see certain vehicles with tinted windows. But yeah, I'm followed around a lot. That's okay. That's what they have to do. Got to make sure I'm on the up and up and not planning some kind of weird stuff, I guess. So we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, I'm followed a lot. It's okay. I'm not followed everywhere I go by any means, and I'm not saying that. But yeah, when I'm inside the city limits and out running, I'm followed a little bit here and there. Not followed everywhere I go. It's nothing like that. I'm not being stalked. That's not what I'm trying to claim. There's no claims at all like that. Never acts a fool while filming. Sound like a corrupt cop supporter. I'm not sure who they were responding to there. I must have missed something. Well, howdy, Mr. Rodney. How you doing? Good to see you. Glad every one of you can join me. Those that love me, those that hate me. Hey, that's why we're all here. Let's get to know each other. If you want to say something positive, you want to say something negative, now's your chance. Now's your chance to get it straight to me where I can see it directly. We don't have to battle through the comments. Should get a drone. Yeah, well, misinterpret. I understand, Vic. I hope that I already have owned being me. You see that, I do everything I can just to be me. I made a mistake by using a term in an incorrect way, and I agree that that was wrong. And, it's not that I'm trying to please everybody, but I want people to understand that I'm not out there to offend anybody. I can't please everybody, I know that, but I'm absolutely trying not to offend anybody. Unfortunately, that's also an impossibility. Some people will always be offended. My MOS was 91 Bravo, field medic. I was just the guy, if you got your leg blown off, I was the guy that came with a bunch of bandages and some morphine and drug you back to where you needed to be. I didn't do any of that, of course, as I've said in another video. I didn't even get to be a medic, done all the training, but I just picked up cigarette butts and, worked on trucks. I didn't really do anything at all. So, my service to my country was just my name on the line, and everything else was only training. I never went anywhere, never did anything. There's no great stories to tell. So, like I imagine, like probably the majority of people who were never shipped out, and never actually went anywhere. We just do our jobs. There's hundreds of jobs, millions of jobs. I don't even know. The Army's big place. A lot of people do a lot of things. Some people just sweep the floor. There again, thank you for your service. Guys, you're welcome for that. I don't feel worthy of someone thanking me for my service, and that's not why I explained that I am a vet. I know probably a lot of vets are like me. We don't feel worthy of the thanks. That's why we were out there. We do everything we can to honor our oaths. It all starts somewhere. Yeah, it sure does. I guess everything starts somewhere. I'm glad that y'all are in here and talking with me. But you were trained as a medic. Yes, yes, I was trained as a medic. Suck it up, Buttercup. We appreciate you. All right, guys. I'll learn. I'm not used to the compliments. I'll be honest. I'm a very small guy. I don't know. I had a lady tell me the other day when she met me face to face. She said, "My gosh, you look so much bigger on camera." I assume it's because the camera's closer to me, but I'll be honest. I'm literally 5'4", 64 inches tall on the barrel head, and I weigh like 148 pounds soaking wet. So, you know, uh, there's really not much to me as far as size. You know, I'm just a tiny little old guy. I have a very loud personality though, so those that know me know that, and those that are getting to know me will soon. Who are the other guys serving with me? I'm not sure who the younger fellow was. He came with Kent, the other man who was serving with me. That was Kent himself. That was the man that you saw in the video who was tased and pepper sprayed in his own kitchen. So that's who that was. The other guy came with him, and I don't know him. He just tagged along. Just be me. I'm working on it. Do I carry a sidearm? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you can see it here, but I always have it on. The only time I don't, generally, is when I'm in the shower, and probably the only reason is because I don't have any belt loops. It has nothing to do with fear. It's simply for defense, and you know, that would only come out if mine or someone else's life were actually in danger. I've never had to pull it. I never would. Unless I intended on having to stop something immediately. So know that I'm always armed, and the only time I'm not is so that I don't get thrown into, as you guys call it, the dungeon and torture cups and all that. I don't always agree with the laws, the rules, and all that stuff, but in order to keep myself out of that cage, I have to follow them. Until we can change it, we kind of have to follow. So, does Chili's narrative really fit? Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I'm not going to sit here and sling any accusations or make any of my own. If you watch Chili's videos, you've seen me one time tell my one story. That's the only one I have. I won't rehash it here. It's not necessary. Um, as for whether or not I can say that everything that people have said on his channel is 100% true, I can't. How can I? I do know some people here locally. I've lived here, 48 years now. I just turned 48 the end of March. I know a lot of people here and about the tri-state area. So, but I do know some of those stories personally, and I know for a fact that some of those things are true. However, I'm not going to sit here and try to prove it, and that's being handled somewhere else, and that's not what I'm doing. As to whether or not you believe what Chile says or what Chile has put out, I'll leave that up to you like I do everything else. I just try to be objective, let you see what I see, let you hear what I hear, and I would rather you make your own decision about that. I always thought that's what true media was about, so that, the regular reporter should, let's see, what's it say? Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to read comments. That's what I think every reporter should do, regardless. Mainstream media, all of them. I don't understand why they don't. They claim that they do, but it should be completely 100% unbiased, and the viewer should be able to decide what they see. You know, don't ever take my word for anything. I try not to give my opinion. I try just to narrate, and I do everything I can to be funny sometimes because I'm just a short, furry, funny guy. I stick with my strengths. But as far as making accusations, I don't want to do that. I want you guys to be able to make your own educated determination as to what you see, what you are willing to say that you see and know and hear. I will always leave that up to you, the viewer. I'm not out here to tell you what you think, and I may or may not agree with what you said, and I may or may not say that, but because that's not what I'm doing out here. I heard all the same accusations you did, and honestly, I'm just out here because I need to see for myself, and I believe that you need to see for yourselves too. So far, we haven't seen that. That doesn't mean I'm not saying it didn't happen. So please don't try to hit me with that. I'm not saying whether it happened or whether it didn't. I'm saying some things happened for a fact, because I know personally. However, a lot of other things, just like you, all I heard was what I heard, and I've seen the same things that you have. But again, it's not up to me to decide what's necessarily true and not true. And you have to be very careful what you base your personal opinion on. It would be my suggestion that you never take anybody's word for it. Educate yourselves, know as much as you can about the topic that you have an opinion on, and then make an educated decision as to what you truly believe, because it's based on fact and not based on what you think is fact that someone else told you or you heard anywhere. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if I'm stumbling over my words or not. I try to be very articulate, but I am just an old hillbilly, so sometimes my hillbilly falls out. Everybody gets to see it. Who has met Terry in person? Raise your hand. Hey, there you go. I'm not sure. I know a couple in here, but not everybody. No news is good news. I agree. I sure hope that all my videos are uneventful. I'll be honest. I don't really want to get into it with them at all, especially not on the street. Auditors, I missed that one. It says something about auditors either have or are disgraced by what I'm doing. I'm not sure what that said. I don't know how to get to that. I don't know if I can see it again. Oh, there we go. Many auditors have disgraced what you are doing, adding theatrics, showing bias, making baseless accusations. Right, I agree to that. I'm not going to name auditors out. I've watched as many as you all have. I've watched thousands of hours thousands of hours over the years of audits, different people in different places. And in the beginning, the only reason I watched so much was because I wanted to be able to interact with people and the police. And now that I've watched so many interactions, I'm pretty sure that I can handle most situations, because depending on their body language and the words that they use, you can pretty much assume what's coming next. And that, so I watched a great big bunch just for, I didn't know I was preparing for this by a long shot. Actually, I'm not prepared for this. I'm just out trying to do it because I don't see anybody else trying anything. In my whole life, I'm sure you guys have too, we all have those conversations with our family, with our friends, with strangers, and we always call it fixing the world's problems in 5 minutes. Everybody stands around, gives their opinion about politics, government, all that kind of stuff, and unfortunately, we all want change. We all want to do certain things, but none of us are actually brave enough to actually do anything. We all say we are, and I've heard everybody say it. Unfortunately, I don't see too many people doing anything. What I see right now here, and I'm not stating anywhere else in the country because I'm not there, I'm talking about right here, I don't see anybody else doing anything. I only see me. So if you think there are people out there um, working on change here, then I want to meet them. If you can hear me, if you're within the sound of my voice or around, let me know. I'll work with you. We'll bring that change. That's what I'm looking for. So, you know, we'll we'll get united one way or another. Remember, guys, everybody knows united we stand, divided we fall. And we've already fallen because of the division. You know, there's too many people, uh, well, all of us, I guess, you know, because of our programming, we have been programmed to argue. We argue over, you know, color and creed and religion and, you know, you're gay, I'm straight, you're married, I'm not, you're white, I'm black. All these arguments that we have among the people. Let's get together. I mean, let's stand united as a country. Let's get back to being we the people. Once we've done that, once we put our differences aside, stand together, when we know that we have control, when we know that we can affect real change, when we know that we can put public servants back in their place as servants instead of trying to be our lords and masters, when we really do become the people who are the actual masters of everything, um, then after that, then we can go to a table and sit down and discuss our own differences, you know. But until then, we have to get together, guys. We got to stand together. You know, we're not doing that, and that's why everything's in the state it is. Not only in this country, but every country across the world. I'm watching some comments come up here. I don't know how to. What was that? To thy own self be. Guys, I'm not sure if that's called a super chat or what that may be, but it came up and it says, "To thine own self be true. We don't stop." And I agree with that statement completely. And I'm really trying very hard to be myself. So I'm doing everything I can just to be myself out there. So I don't know any other way to be. You know, if you don't like me, I'm sorry, man. I can't be nobody else, but you don't have to like me to work with me. I don't have to like you. We don't have to agree on everything. That's the beautiful thing about America, where you know, when I was a kid, I was taught we were the great melting pot. We are people from all over the world, all thrown in together and shaken up, and what you have coming out is what we are. I don't care who you are, where you're from. I don't care what you believe. I don't care about your sexual orientation. None of that stuff matters to me. I don't care. You'll get the same treatment that I treat everybody else with. You'll get one of those, "Hello, sir, ma'am. How are you today?" You know, some people stop and tell me their whole life story in a minute. Other people just say, you know, "I'm all right." You know, and I'll make a little crack about being short. Don't kick that high, all that stuff. You know, it's just to give them a little grin, trying to make their day just a little bit better. A little louder, please. Okay, well, let me see here. I don't know about being louder. Maybe I can just move this mic a little bit closer. See if something like this works. I'll try to keep it right here. How's that? Is that any better? Can you hear me any better? Prefer the term conditioned versus programmed. That may be true. Conditioning may work a little bit better. I use the word programming only because, you know, when you listen to radio or TV, they tell you about programs, TV programs, radio programs, and I'm not like the smartest guy in the world, but I'm not the most, you know, I'm not the dullest tool in the shed either. And in my opinion, my question actually is, what are they programming? They don't have to program the cameras. They don't have to program the actors. They don't have to program the script. In my opinion, the only thing they could possibly be programming is whoever's watching whatever they're putting out. And that's why I just don't watch TV at all. So, guys, I feel like I'm rambling because I don't know what to say to you. So, please help me out here. I don't want dead air, and I'm not sure what to say. You know, like I said, this is a chance for us to get to know each other, because I don't know most of you the same as you've never met me. All you see is, you see me in a video. Public servant is not a slave. Exactly, exactly. Some people want to treat, well, they want to treat their public servants like slaves, and although yeah, I understand, and you should never, ever, ever, don't try to belittle your public servants, or they won't want to serve you. So if you certainly want your public servants to serve you as the public, then walk in, be respectful, and act like a good member of the public. How they want to serve you if you're not trying to be polite? I know I wouldn't. you know. Example, let's see here. These comments are going by so fast with regard to activities and things to do. Um, well, unfortunately, I can't really give you too many examples. Um, there really isn't anything to do in town. We have a place called Spare Time. It's got, a few bowling alleys and a skating rink. And, they used to have some pool, but they don't do that anymore. And that's usually just the kids, the teenagers. They hang out there because they don't really have any other place. We have a very small water park there that the kids play in, and sometimes the parents too. I love driving by there in the summertime and watching the kids and their parents have so much fun in that water. And we have plenty of bars. Outside of that, every once in a while there might be um, an activity that goes on. Like they'll have a band down at the farmers market where they have the farmers market. I'm not exactly sure what they call that spot, but that's where they have the farmers market. And anyway, that about covers it for what usually goes on in Ironton. There really isn't a whole lot. If there is, I'm completely unaware of it. I mean, we have clubs. See, I think there's the Eagles is no longer there, but there's the Moose and what's the other one called? I can't remember right off. Maybe the Elks. I'm not sure if I have that right because I really don't know a whole lot. So, medic right. What did that say? Why is it burn once? Okay. Would I say I'm more of a cop watcher than an auditor? I don't know. I guess it depends on your definition of either one. I don't really. If you're trying to compare me to some of the auditors out there, then absolutely, absolutely no way would I be considered an auditor. I suppose if you compare me to some of the greats out there, because I'm not great and I'm not trying to be them. I've watched them. A lot of people will say that I should watch them. I sure have. So again, let's see that. I'm assuming this is that super chat. Apparently, they just sent me like $100 there. Thank you to whoever that was. Let's see, it's Art. I'm not sure if I'm saying it, Akato. I'm not sure how to pronounce certain things. Says, to thine own self be true. We don't stop. I agree. Always for everybody. To your own self be true always. If you're not true to yourself, you can't possibly stand for anyone else. So make sure you know who you are. Sometimes some people may consider you arrogant, but as long as you know who you are, you can be confident in who you are. All right, according to that comment, if a cop watcher stands by and records and an auditor pushes in, then I assume you would consider me more of a cop watcher then. Again, that's your opinion, not necessarily mine. But know that if I arrive on the scene and if I see anything that shouldn't be, I'll be the first person right up in the middle of it to let everybody know. I agree. Every person in America is an auditor if they want to be. It's not like any of us have the monopoly on it, apparently. If I can just start up and do it, anybody can. You don't have to run a YouTube channel. You don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. And believe me, when I watch my videos, I hate looking at myself and hearing my own voice. I can't stand it. I sound weird. I look funny, you know. So, but I'm just out here. I'm doing everything I can. Right now, it's not a whole lot because it's all I can do. I have enough on my plate just trying to keep up and do what I can do. But know for sure that, what did that say? That was where did that go? Police officer writing a traffic ticket is not tyranny. The world has. See, there you go. A lot of things that the police do is I wouldn't term as exact tyranny either. So be very careful about your. If you don't know what the definition is, I suggest you use a dictionary. That's how I find out. It's where they tell you what English words mean. So if you don't know, please, please understand the words that you use. You intimidated what? Circle back. You intimidated. Chili was lying about some of the stories he covered. What say you? Well, again, I can't say if he was lying or not. I don't know everything, guys. you're wanting me to know things or read Chili's mind or others' minds. I can't read minds any more than you can. I can only take a guess. So, you know. Right. Somebody said that, everyone has to determine for themselves. They didn't hear me say it right. I'm not saying Chili is lying. I've never said that. Never said that at all. That's never come out of my mouth. And anybody who tries to say that I have, then they obviously just weren't listening or weren't paying attention. So, you know, I agree. No one has extra rights. Um, you know, but again, until we get together, until somebody somewhere stands up with me, I'm just one guy out here making a fool of myself to most people. You know, I'm pretty sure that everybody in town that actually matters, um, anybody that has any say so, they just think I'm a joke, and that's okay. I don't mind. Somebody's got to be the one that they laugh at. But if somebody doesn't come out and join me and we can't stand together, then that's all it'll ever be. Y'all just laugh and I'll be out there for you to laugh at, you know. Sometimes they do seem to have extra rights. A boring sandwich shops seem to have extra rights and protections from where they're sitting, and I would agree that does seem to be true. I'm just saying that I disagree with it working that way. But they didn't ask my opinion any more than they did yours. So the reason it's that way is because we have been asleep too long. While our grandparents slept, somebody snuck in and changed everything, and we never knew. Coming through school with our conditioning or programming or whatever words you want to throw at that. That's the entire reason that we are in the shape we're in, is because not one single person, including me until now, is ready to stand up and take a stand against it. So, if you're here in the local area and you consider yourself a patriot, prove it to me. Come and stand with me. Don't be afraid to be laughed at. Geez, is that the worst you got? They ain't. You can't hurt me with words, guys. It just can't happen. There's just no way in the world to hurt my self-esteem. Um, Self-esteem is determined by self. Nobody else can affect my self-esteem. So anyone out there within the sound of my voice, please listen carefully to what I'm about to say, and please try to understand the best you can. If you think that that person, that man, that woman, your significant other, anybody in your life or outside of your life, if they are able to tear you down and affect your self-esteem, I want you to go read the definition. Self determines what self thinks about self. That's what self-esteem is. So if it can be damaged by what someone else says, believes, or does, then you didn't have any self-esteem to start with. And that esteem was based on all of that you're getting. So know that I do have self-esteem, and no one can hurt me, because I already know who I am. I'm absolutely 1,000% confident in who I am. And, it's not arrogance. It's just I know me. And, I try to be me. So I'm very confident in who I am and what I do. I'm trying to, read through some of the comments. I get long-winded sometimes, guys. I don't know if that's good or bad. I hope that some people can understand what I'm saying. Where did that go? Whoop. Still trying to use this phone. Came in here because one of my mods said Terry said Chili was lying, so I'm here asking. Absolutely not. I don't know at what point somebody said that I was lying. So, or I'm sorry, that I said that Chili was lying, but I have not said any such thing. So if I did, it must have been misconstrued, construed, or misunderstood. I've never said that Chili was lying. I wouldn't know. I can't read his mind. I haven't seen some of the things he's seen. Know that there's videos and evidence out there I don't have. I haven't seen. I haven't heard what he has. I was around him while he was here, and but I was always in the background. I didn't get up and get stuff. That's what I was there for. I was just there to make sure that everybody around was behaving. That's all, and that was all I did. So guys, I hope that clears it up. I've never said that Chili's lying. I wouldn't say that because I don't know. If you find out that he is, you got to be the first people I tell. Don't worry. I'm afraid of anything, but I can't say one way or the other. Well, like I said, some things I know to be true, and other things I don't know enough to be able to say. So please understand that I absolutely, positively have never said that Chili was lying or anything that's come out as a lie, because I personally cannot verify any or all that. So, you know, please understand. For those that think I'm Chili's lapdog, hey, you think whatever you want. I don't mind. You know that I can work with Chili. I can also work with you. Even the ones that think I'm a lapdog. If you ever need my help, reach out. I don't see anybody else offering you any help. So, I mean, just, document that and know that. So, sorry, I'm getting my fingers all inside the camera here trying to, all I have is this phone. I don't have a cam on my PC, so I have to get like a mic so I can try to do this from the PC, and it'd be a whole lot easier for me to work. I can use a mouse instead of my hand right up in the screen. I would agree with Jeebus Crisp there. No, and I'm not sure if you're talking directly to me or not, just because I seen the comment. I'm not at all confused. I know they're not my friends, and I've said that from the beginning. A lot of people think that I have inside information, or that I talk to the sergeant on the regular because he gave me his number. I've never called that number. I do have it in my phone. If I ever need to call him, I would, but I can't think of a reason right away. Um, Other than that, I have never met him a bit. So they're bullies. They certainly can be bullies. They haven't tried to bully me, at least not yet. You all have seen what I've seen. So far they've been nothing but cordial. Whether it's fake or not is irrelevant. I don't really care, as long as they're not trying to hurt anybody, and as long as what we've heard doesn't come true on my camera, then my job is accomplished. And it may not be me causing it, and I'm not trying to say that it is, but I am saying that if that's what's doing it, great, and if that's not what's happening, then at least you get to see that. You get to make your own determination as to whether or not things are true. I'm not trying to tell you that, and I won't, because I will never tell you what to believe. Terry is lying. They have hurt people. Where are you getting that I'm lying, man? I didn't lie to nobody. I didn't say they didn't hurt people. What I'm saying is I can't stand with you on certain things because I don't have any proof of that. There are videos to show certain things, and everybody else has seen that. So understand that my job is not to decide whether or not you're correct in what you say and whether or not all of this stuff is true or not. I'm simply here to show you what I see and what I hear, and you have to determine yourself what you hear and what you see. So, be very, very careful about trying to decide that I'm lying, because I have no reason to lie. I haven't lied. Trying is lying. I'm not even sure what that means. See, there you go. It does not work right. No matter what I say. What's wrong with you, Google? It's a good question. He said trying is lying. I'm not sure what that means. He stopped feeding the trolls. Where is it? Well, guys, I got to be honest. I'm not used to this at all. I'm just, sometimes it puts me on the defensive, because I want people to understand that I'm not trying to be a liar, and I'm not trying to tell them what to think. I'm serious about all that. So. Stop watching, not a personality contest. I agree. You're right. I am learning. I don't, I don't know any other way to learn other than just getting out there and doing it. I learned to be a mechanic by fixing cars. I learned how to how to build houses and remodel by getting out there and doing it. I learned how to do plumbing and electrical by actually doing it. So everything that I've done, I had to learn in the heat of the moment. So I said, as long as they're trying not to hurt anybody, I said, trying is lying. They do hurt the people. I didn't say that they didn't hurt the people. What I said is, while I'm out there, they haven't done that. Not that I've seen, not that I found. If you've seen that in my videos, then point it out to me, but I didn't see that. So, you know, remaining neutral. I'm trying my best to remain neutral. It can be very hard. You all know that. It's very, very, very difficult to remain neutral, especially if you're ever forced to look someone in the eye and know for a fact that certain things are true. However, trying to remain cordial, because that didn't happen to me, and there's nothing I can do about it by screaming on the street. All that's going to do is cause us to be enemies, and we won't be able to speak to each other with respect and cordiality. And the only possible way that we can work our differences out is by being, you got to be humble, guys. You got to understand what that is. You got to let go your pride and your anger and all of your preconceived notions about people, because if you go at them with anger, all you're going to get is anger back. And when the two of you are done screaming and cussing each other or doing whatever you're doing, nothing's been accomplished except for making more enemies. So please, that's what I don't want to do. I'm not looking to make not looking to make enemies. I'm not really even looking to make friends. Don't misunderstand me. I'm looking to stand united as a people, absolutely united, all the way across all fronts. We can argue about our differences later. We don't have to argue. We can talk about it. I seen that. It says, "Hey Terry, I'll help you with YouTube." Chili team. Okay, if you have any suggestions or anything I need to do, guys, hey, that's, let me know. You obviously can see and know for a fact that I have no clue what I'm doing right now. I'm learning everything as I go. So, yeah, I'm always ready for the suggestions. So I wanted to say a thank you to Work Lion for doing all the work that is done. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And, I appreciate you being here to be a moderator for me, because I don't even know what that means. I've never really been. I always see everybody else's lives later. I never get to see anything live. I'm always too busy. So, I just wanted to give a shout out there. What did I say? Somebody asked about how the town was responding in general. I got to be honest, I don't know how many people in town have even seen anything, as far as mine is concerned. I know the higher ups watch everything I do. I'm sure they do. As far as the people, they don't really, I'll be honest with you, my whole, time in town, anytime that I walk in, before I started this, before I got the camera out, I would speak to everybody the same as I do on the street. Y'all have seen me do it. Hi, how you doing? Glad to see you. It's a beautiful day, whatever, that small chit chat. And most people immediately responded, always in kind, always kind. However, now I find that they don't respond as much. So, we'll see how it goes in the future. So I don't really, the public by and large doesn't respond to me at all. They don't have anything to say to me. So, we'll see how that goes in the future. I'm hoping that people can come together and unite with me, rather than trying to see me as trying to hurt anyone, because obviously I'm not doing that. The only way that we can ever affect real change, guys, is you got to get with me. And I don't mean back me because I'm not your leader. We have to get together. We the people lead. There shouldn't be one single person. That was the whole reason that we don't serve under a king in this country, because we know that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely, and the only way to keep things in check is if we, the people, keep it in check. It's not about having a right to do it. It's the fact that that is the only right you have. It is every right you have. We, all of us, every single one of us, including the public servants, we are we the people. Now, while they're in their capacity, I understand there's a difference. So, before y'all try to spank me too much on it, I know that while they're on duty, they don't really have rights. They have duties, obligations, responsibilities, and like I get. So, before I'm hammered on that, it's not that I don't understand. Just understand that we people, if we do not get together, guys, if you don't come out and join with me, who the hell are you going to join with? What are you waiting on? I mean, are you waiting on the President of the United States to lead you? If that's what you're waiting on, you're going to be waiting a while, it seems, without making too many comments. I don't know what's going on. It's hard to know who to follow and what to believe anymore. So you don't have to believe a word I'm saying. Just know that if you stand with me, I'll stand with you. And that's what we actually need. We, the people, we have to get together. We have to get united. And then once we're together, we decide what we want to see and what we don't want to see and the changes that we want to affect. I'm willing to help all the way around, but I don't have an answer to every problem. I'm not trying to pretend like I do. I just, I need help though, because I'm not the smartest knife or the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm not the dullest one either, but I don't know everything about everything, and I'm not trying to claim to. But we need to get together. So have a meet up with area citizens. I would absolutely love to do that. I just I don't know where to meet. I don't know when it's convenient, so if anybody in here maybe has some suggestions, I'm all ready for it. We could meet anywhere. I don't care where that is. I'm always ready. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. That's about right. My grandfather, always said you got two ears and one mouth. You should listen twice as much as you speak. Maybe you'd learn something, you know. So I definitely agree with that one. Get to know your neighbors. Exactly, exactly. Always know your neighbors. You don't have to like them. Guys, we don't have to be friends. We don't have to be buddies and go out drinking on the weekends and hanging out together. That's not what it means to be united anyway. If it was, hell, we'd already be united. Everybody in the bar would be we the people and stand up and stop things, but that's not how it happens. So, on the sidewalk in front of City Hall after 5 p.m., well, that's a possibility, but that's a very small sidewalk. I'd rather have a place where we can get together and not be accused of holding up I mean, if we have 2 or 3 people show up, it ain't really going to matter. But I mean, if people really want to turn out, then we really need to find a place, a place to meet where we can get a group together. I'd prefer a place where we could just sit down and talk, so that we can get united and understand that we can affect change, and we are doing it. I'm working on it. I have many ideas about how to do it and many places to go, and I have gotten so much advice behind the scenes, guys. I've got supporters that have reached out to me. I can't release names and advertise for them yet, because they themselves are a little worried about what might happen to their business if they're caught supporting me. So, for the moment, it's going to take you guys. If you guys don't ever come out and stand up with me, if none of you make it here to stand up with me, then it's just going to be me, and I'll keep going. So, I won't stop. Whether anyone else ever does or not, I will not stop. As long as I can get out there and do this, I'll be doing it. As long as I can affect change, I'm going to work on that. So know that I've got other things in the works. This Ironton Auditor is only one part of me. There are many parts, and you'll start to see those. I tell everybody, keep watching. Great things are coming. I promise you, great things are coming. Just keep watching. I know it can be boring, but soon it'll get better. And the more people jump out to help, the better it's going to get and the faster it's going to happen. So, Chuck P., what did that say? Ask him for my number. I'm willing to help. Well, I tell you what, man. If you want to email me at irontonauditor@gmail.com. Anybody that wants to hit me up there can. If you want to send me a number to call there, that's my email. So I can get in contact with you that way. So just let me know. Reserve a spot, make flyers, pass them out. That is a good idea right there. That is a great idea there, Rodney. I appreciate that. That is actually a good idea. If I can come up with the few dollars it'll take to get them printed out, that's a great idea. I'd rather do it that way instead of just showing up somewhere and getting on the camera and say, hey, come and meet me. I mean, that's just a little silly, and it's not going to happen out that way. So if possible. I think that's probably the absolute best idea, guys. I'm going to have to like find a place and a time, and then try to let everybody know, and we'll meet there. So give me a bit, and we'll find a place to be, and we can meet. Anticipate more auditors coming through Ironton when Chile comes back to town. I don't have any anticipation of anything. You'll see it when I see it. You'll know it when I know it. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I would love to think that some are coming. You know, if they don't, then hey, they don't. I don't hold it against them one way or another. They have their own thing going on wherever they're at. So, I mean, they're always welcome. But we'll see if they come or not. I couldn't tell you. Change is slow but unstoppable, like an ice sheet. I agree. I agree completely. That's 100% correct. Change can be slow. It is like a glacier moving across the land, as we're taught in science class. Um, but the more we get together, see, the problem is the few people trying to affect change. That's why it moves so slow. If we can get everybody together, then we have a much louder voice, and they can't stop us, and it moves 10 times faster. So know that for sure. Remember me on this. Would I be able to accept that? I'd be able to accept that fine. Again, I don't. So they're asking me if I find that there's no widespread corruption here and only a few isolated incidents, would I be able to accept that? Well, of course I would. Why wouldn't I accept it? You know that I'm not out there making all those accusations anyway, and I'm even getting crap for some of you all because I won't make those accusations. So, I don't have proof of certain things. I only know some things. So, as far as my personal instance, now whether it's all as widespread as people say, that's what we're working on finding out. Don't worry, we're working on it. We're coming. We won't stop. Whether it is or whether it isn't, you'll know, because I will let you know. As soon as I know fact, when I have fact to speak, I will always speak fact. I will give my opinion, because an opinion is a mental estimate that is it seems to be true, but knowledge. However, it can never be proven, because once it's proven, it's no longer an opinion, it's a fact. And I would choose to deal with facts, and I think everybody understands why that is. I don't want to deal with what could be, all those shoulda, coulda, woulda, all that kind of stuff. I'm not getting into that. So know that, I do everything I can. Something going wrong with my microphone. Is it? You can't hear me anymore? Hello? I don't know if that's true. Somebody let me know. Can you still hear me? Is it all right? Somebody said something was going wrong with my microphone. Am I going to branch out beyond Ironton? Oh, absolutely. But I'm going to have some some help to do that. It's really hard for me to work here and everywhere else. I'm only one guy, and I'll be honest with you, it ain't like I'm getting paid. I'm not getting a salary, and a lot of people around here well, I can't say a lot. A few people around here have actually given me a little bit of money, but it's like $5 here and $2.50 and $10, and some people have given me 20, and I think one person gave me 50 once. You have to understand. When Chili has me do something for him, he actually pays me for doing that, but all that stuff goes right back into gas. I run my little tail off, and I've already had to put my car sidelined. It's already trashed out now. It already kind of was before it started, but now I have to find other transportation and ways of getting it done. And everything costs me money that I don't have. I've already spent money out of my pocket to make it happen, and I'm not sitting here I'm not begging you for your money. Please understand what I'm saying and don't put words in my mouth. I'm going to try to be very, very clear. If you want to give me money to help me out, I will absolutely take it. Don't misunderstand me. However, I'm not going to sit here and beg you. That's completely up to you, and I want you to do it out of the kindness and generosity of your heart, and not because you feel sorry. You don't have to feel sorry for me. I don't need sympathy. I'm not looking for any of that. The only thing that I am looking for is to do what I've been doing, and if it costs me every single thing that I have to get it done, I'll still be doing it, because I ain't got much anyway, So, if you want to send money, great. If you don't want to send money, hey, there's no shame, and I'm not begging, I'm not asking. If you want to give me something, give it to me. If you don't want to give me anything, then don't. It's not a big deal to me. I'm going to do it anyway. And if I can't afford the gas, I'll just have somebody drop me off in town, or I'll walk from here to there, and I'll run up and down the sidewalk if I have to. You know, if I can't catch the police, at least you'll know I'm out there. And that's for now, that's what I'm trying to do. I have great plans, big plans, things coming, guys. Keep watching, great things are coming. But I have to start somewhere, and this is where I got started. And I will absolutely thank Chili till the day I'm dead for helping me get here, because now I have a platform where I really can speak and talk to people. So take what you give me, but I don't want it. Well, that's not exactly what I said. You know, I really can't do this on my own money. You know, I just want people to understand that if they want to give me something, I'll take it, absolutely. I'm not saying I don't want it. I mean, I need it. It's not about a want. You know, I never wanted to try to take money from people, you know, but if they can help me and keep me doing what I'm doing, then great. I mean, please help me. But, you know, I just want you to know that I'm not out here for money. If it was about money, you know, I'd have a different job, I promise. So just know and understand that, you know, a lot of people are in it for the buck. I'm not. If I make a buck, great. I mean, who doesn't want to make money? But, you know, if I don't, I'm not going to be heartbroken. It's, you know, it's, for me, it's not about money. Everybody's got to have money to accomplish a certain amount of things. And, you know, I will, I will accomplish all I can with what little bit I have. And when I run out, then know that I don't have any, but I'm still working. So somebody was asking something about if there was an error on the names on the lawsuit. I don't know that there was any error. What I do know is one lady was considered Jane Doe because they didn't know exactly what her name was. They thought the first name was Samantha, and that's what was listed on there, Jane Doe, and in parentheses Samantha. And then we were told when we got there what her name was, you know. So, you know, that was taken care of. But can't seem to have caught something. I see Lisa's comment there. What it caught was a problem with the address. Um, uh, those addresses were pulled offline. I think one of them was 100 and 1100, something like that. We were informed that that was just a clerical error. Excuse me, if I can, my tongue's getting wrapped around my eye teeth, can't see what I'm saying. Calm down here. The address to the place that it was to be delivered was typed wrong, and I think is what that was. And again, it's just a clerical error and has no legal merit on the paperwork itself, or at least that's what I am told. I'm not an attorney, and I don't know everything. So please don't try to blast me like I know everything. All I did was deliver. You know, I served the paperwork that they were served. You know, so. Now, whether or not it's legal, illegal, whether it's immoral, that's all up for you to decide. And just know that, you know, you'll know when I know when these suits come down, you know. So just keep watching. You know, that's all I can say. I'm waiting and watching with you, you know. So, you know, I know what happened to Kent. I seen that video for sure. And, you know, that stuff needs to be handled. So, you know. Let's see. Um, Distancing myself from Chili. Well, I don't know how much distance I can put between us. He's, you know, he does what he does, I do what I do, and when we can help each other and when we're in agreement about something, why would I not work with him? I don't have to agree or disagree with any or all of what he says. It's not about that. If he's willing to help people here, then I'll ride his damn back all the way. You know, if he tries to hurt people here, then you'll see me defend those people. You know, I'll be between him and you. So, you know, be very careful when, you know, everybody keeps wanting me to distance myself. I couldn't, there's no need to distance myself. I'm not, you know, just know that, you know, I'm waiting and watching just like you are. So, you know, I believe he's coming back here real soon. I think you're going to be surprised to see him pop back in. So, you know, when he gets here, I suggest you come out and ask him all the questions you're asking me, you know. Some people asked if, you know, why he chose me, and I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't know myself. You would have to ask him that question. So, are y'all bored to death with me yet? Do you want me to shut down and quit? Or you want me to stick around a little while longer? It's up to you. It's up to you. You know, you are in the lead. I'm just on here. So, you know, if there's something you want to know, something I can say, I'm here. Let me know. Oh, absolutely. The movement is real. It is absolutely real. There is movement, you know, and I guess for the moment I'm leading it here. So, you know, if you want to follow, jump in. If you want to lead, jump out there. I'll follow you too. So, you know, I'm not a leader. I never claimed to be. I'm not a great guy. I'm not any of that. I'm just a guy from Pedro, Ohio, you know. So again, you can make your own determination on all that too. You get to decide what you think of me, the same as you get to decide about everything you see on my channel. I'm not going to tell you what to think. I can tell you who I am the best I can, but you'll always have to decide that for yourself, whether you agree, disagree, whether you like or don't like me or anything I've said. So, what's that, Rodney? What is it that you would like to know? Sorry, movement causes mic problems, it says. Okay, I'm sorry. I have a lot of anxiety, so I move around a lot. Let's see, maybe I can get this somewhere else here where you can hear me, and yet I don't have to worry about moving it around so much because I about can't sit still. So, is that any better there? I think it was Workline who told me. Is that any better? Sitting there, can you still hear me okay? And you know, maybe me moving around won't mess with it so much here. Dog, thank you. Appreciate it. Again, Rodney, what was it you wanted to know? I'm still looking to, I don't, maybe I missed it messing with the mic. I don't see it. Well, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you always being honest and telling me whether it's straight, whether it's a compliment or a complaint. I appreciate it. If you have something to say to me, just always make sure that you're honest. Um, don't worry about hurting my feelings because I don't have any. I'm not afraid of that. So, you know, but I would absolutely rather tell you the truth, even if it hurts your feelings, not because I desire to hurt you. I think everybody's seen that out of me. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. But I would rather tell you the truth and you be angry or hurt by that and know that I was honest. You know that I was absolutely honest with you, rather than sugarcoating it and lying to you so that you hate me later because I wouldn't be honest with you. Everybody says, go for it, Rodney. You get back to work, buddy. I'll be looking forward to that email. Thank you. So just know that anything that you have to say to me, feel free. And whatever you like, you know, say whatever. I really do appreciate all the comments, negative, positive. That's irrelevant. You know, you see that I really do read through them. I really do try. I try to keep up because, you know, it's not about me and my channel. It's about we the people in our channel. That's what we're doing here. See, saying drop the auditor for the channel name. Transparency would be more accurate. Well, there might be a lot of things more accurate. You know, I don't know a whole lot just yet. Maybe someday I'll change that, or maybe someday we'll get to actually doing something that earns that title. I don't know. You know, I'm really not asking for approval on anything. So I'll be honest. I really don't. I'm not looking for your approval. Are you asking me to speak up? Let's see. Trying to do this here. How about if I just hold the thing? Maybe I can just hold it here. Is this any better? It's so difficult to keep up here. Kind of got lost there in the comments. But everybody does know the name I chose. You know, that's why I'm not jumping out just to change it, just to, you know, to satisfy the desires of some certain people. Like I said, it's not about approval. I'm not seeking these people's approval, and you know, they don't need to okay with what words I use or what titles I put on there. So, you know, Again, I can't please everybody. So, and I'm not really even trying to please anybody. For me, it's not about that. You know, if you're not pleased with what I do, then all the well, I suppose. You know, it's not about pleasing you. It's not about seeking approval. Um, I'm not looking for your approval. I'm looking for your help. I'm looking for you to come out and help me. You don't have to approve of everything. That's the point. When we the people get together, then we the people can decide what we approve and disapprove of. So, you know, again, I need to seek approval. I don't have to have people happy with me. So, what did Jerick say to you off camera that night? It was really just like a 3 to 3.5 minute, less than five for sure. Just as if I can get those body cams, I will. I want to post that so that everybody can see. I was actually speaking with my wife on the phone, and I was, to be honest, they snuck up on me. I didn't even see them, and you guys might think I seem calm, cool, and relaxed behind that camera, but I'll be honest, sometimes it's a little terrifying. You know, I didn't know what to expect from them. I didn't know if they were going to jerk me out of the car and beat me to death and take me to jail. I had no idea. And my nerves were racked so hard when they walked right up to my car. I was on the phone with her and I was trying to figure out how to get it to go. It wouldn't go. And again, I didn't know anything about the iPhone. I've learned a lot in the last week, but that was in the beginning. So know that between my own nerves and just being literally scared because I didn't know what was about to happen. You know, I had the window cracked just about this far at the time, and he was standing way away from the car, and he shined the light in and flashed it because I didn't see him come up. I was talking to her on the phone, and he walked up and shined the light, and when I looked over, excuse me, I cracked the window just about that far, and he said, "May I approach so that I can speak with you?" And I said, "Absolutely." And he walked up, and he was just saying things. I can't remember the whole conversation now. It really wasn't much. He actually gave me his phone number and told me that if I ever had any questions or problems, that I was free to call him. That he didn't have any problems with what you heard him say the same thing when the first time I got out with him down on Third Street when they impounded that car for felony use or whatever it was that he had said. But it was just a quick talk, and it seemed to me, and I'm sure everybody else is going to have their comments and opinions as to this conversation, but honestly, it seemed to me that he really was concerned about officer safety. And I know everybody hates those words, and I agree. I agree so completely with you that if they are scared to death for their own safety, they're in the wrong line of work. They're absolutely in the wrong line of work. And I agree that that can seem like cowardice. You know, I'm not trying to use that term on them. I'm just saying that I understand why people would think that. And I kind of agree with that. You know, I don't understand why they would think they have to be afraid of me with a camera, but understand that I am always armed, and maybe that's the reason he was concerned. You know, but either way, it was just a quick, nice little conversation with him, and Officer Borders was his backup. He was standing just a couple feet away. Both of them, no aggressive posture, no aggressive language. It was just a calm and cool conversation like I have all the time with everybody everywhere. So did the other Spalgeric really resign? I gotta be honest, I don't know that. It's been told me the same way that it's been told you. I do not have anything official on that. I don't know any facts about the deputy. And again, that's one of the deputies in the sheriff's department. It absolutely is not the same as the Sergeant Spalgeric in the Ironton Police Department. Two different people, and I've also been told that they are brothers. I can't confirm or deny that either because I don't know personally, but that's what I have heard. Chuck said he emailed me. Awesome, awesome. I'll be looking for that. For your records, well, you know, I may do some of that. You know, what I don't want to do is be doing it just to waste taxpayer, you know, dollars. That's I'm not trying to just FOIA stuff that I don't need. So before I really try to go in and get any records, that we're going to have a definite reason for getting them. Lawrence County Sheriff will not confirm or deny if he resigned. Uh, okay, well then there you go. I don't know if they would or would not. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not sure if they, you know, I'm not sure what they personally are saying. All I know is, I know what you know. So, whether or not they he resigned. He was on leave. All I know is what I hear, the same as you guys do. Another reason I try not to say too much, because I don't have any of the answers, let alone some of them, on certain situations, certain topics. So, you know, get more interaction. I agree with that. My demeanor is very disarming to most people. That's why I try to stay on the nice side. Yeah, I know that some of you think it's BS that some of these cops claim they're scared, but try to. It's very hard. Like an old Indian saying, you can't judge a man till you've walked a mile in his moccasins, and I want you to understand what that actually means. A lot of these police officers, they truly believe in their heart of hearts that that officers are ambushed and killed all over the country all the time. They believe that. I've heard them say it. I've heard them say it on other auditor channels. My question is, where did they get that information? I haven't even seen that on the fake stream news. I haven't seen it on mainstream media news. I haven't seen that anywhere. I mean, sure, cops get shot and killed, but so do construction workers and fast food workers and homeless people. I mean, it don't matter who you are. Everybody gets shot. Everybody dies from not everybody, but everybody from every people from every group and social structure in life. There's always people intent on doing damage to people. The only problem I see is it seems like some of the police, and I'm not speaking, locally only or anywhere else. It's just seems to be everywhere. It's kind of the same. Just know that they really do worry. They worry because they have to go home to their family, their wives, and their kids, and they believe things that aren't true too. Just like we do. So, I think they know they don't no longer have to be afraid of me, that I'm not any kind of a danger to them whatsoever. I'm not a danger to anybody. I never have been. You can ask anybody that knows me personally. They might tell you that I can be a butthole and I can be mouthy, and all that is true, but I've never been a danger. I've never went out to try to hurt nobody. I've never went out to break somebody's stuff. It's not like that. So, man, I feel like I've been talking for, well, it's been a while, I guess. Um, if I'm seeing this correctly, I believe there's 96, well, there's 95 now people in here. When is Chile going back to Ironton? Well, I believe that it'll be next week. We'll see. I'm pretty sure that was what I was told. So, hang out, keep watching. You'll see him when I do. I promise. I'll let you know. I'll get him on a video and show you that he's back. So. Yeah, they may keep an eye on the new people, when I bring them in. So, but I'm sure they keep an eye on me too, and that's okay. Cameras don't lie, people do. Well, cameras don't lie as long as people don't try to edit and turn it into a lie. So, I try really hard not to, not, well, I don't try really hard not to, I just don't edit. And the reason I don't is because I want you guys to see what I see and hear what I hear. So, if at all possible, I'll never really edit a video. I won't try to cut pieces out. It might be boring to watch the parts where nothing is happening, but you just have to understand that I want people to see what I see. So if I have to sit there for 10 minutes and wait to see someone, I'm sorry. I know that's boring, and understand that I'm like in the county courthouse. There are things going on around me, so I'm just trying to speak low and slow, and not trying to throw up a big show right there. I'm just trying to let them do their business. They have things they have to do. They're paid to do jobs, and it certainly, when I've been in there, it certainly sounds like everybody's doing that. They're doing whatever it is they believe their job is to do, and I'm not there to interfere with that. I don't want to make a big stink, make a bunch of noise. I want to try to speak, lightly, and without being overbearing. I don't want to do anything that they have to come out and scream at me for. You know, I'm not. Is that what they call a sticker? It was. Let me see that. I wish I knew more about this. Um, Apparently, I just got $3 from Vanessa. I can't see the whole name. It says BRENC dot dot dot. So I'm not sure how to get that or see that. I'm not sure if that's considered a sticker or what that is. Lisa Terry, have you requested to film Chili's court case? You mean like in the courtroom? No, I've not requested that. If he decides he wants me to do that, I'll ask. If he decides he wants me to do that, I will. If he doesn't want me to, then that's his case, and I don't have any dog in the fight. So, you know, other than backing him when I need to, being shoulder to shoulder with him when it's necessary. So, just know that I have no problem standing shoulder to shoulder with him, the same as I have no problem standing shoulder to shoulder with you. We don't have to agree and disagree on everything, guys. Put in a request. What do I file that with the court? Is that what I need to do to file something with the court? I don't know if it's called a motion or request or what. I wouldn't even know how to get it done. So if there's some way that I can put in a request in order to film, I will. If somebody can tell me how to do that, I'm assuming it goes to the clerk of courts. Um, but if somebody can help me do that and give me better advice, hey, hit me up and let me know. Don't try to put it in a chat because I can't read everything and remember it from here. So send me an email. Remember that email is irontonauditor@gmail.com. You can reach me there. Good afternoon, T. See you there. Hello. Joe Cool says, a little hard on me. They think I'm doing great now. Honestly, I'm not sure. A lot of people have been hard on me. You're not singled out for it. I don't remember a lot of these names, and it's just because I take offense to it. If I responded to it, there you go. If I didn't, then I just read through it, and so, like I said, some of these comments just leave me laughing something terrible, and others touch my heart, and some cut me deep you know. So, I mean, I have feelings like everybody else. I just don't operate in them like everyone else does. I have, trying to have a little bit more control over my emotions rather than letting my emotions, like most people, control their lives and control their thoughts. So, be careful what you let emotion do to you because it will hurt you. It'll get you in big, big trouble. So you'll say things you don't mean, you'll do things you don't want to do, and then later, you're going to find out that you're an idiot and it was all because you were silly. So, man, you got to understand. You see the videos the same as I do. I'm not trying to take away from you, and I'm not trying to defend myself. You're kind of defending yourself. Uh, you know, if you feel like you're being put on the defense, I suggest you just don't. If you feel like you have to defend yourself, then explain yourself. You don't have to me. You're never going to tell me what I've got to say. I will say what I say, and you can agree or disagree with anything I say. So we don't have to be like that. You know, what I can say is I've seen some of the same videos that you have. I have my own personal opinions about things, but I'm not on here to tell you what my personal opinions are. Off camera, you've been with me, you've talked with me, but that's not what this channel is because my personal opinions can sometimes be wrong, and until I have enough fact to make it a fact, I won't be speaking on certain things. And if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you, man. If you're sitting around waiting on me to jump on your bandwagon and agree with everything you're throwing in this chat, you're going to be waiting forever because that's never going to happen. I'm not trying to be rude, but I am trying to be straight. So if you're going to be straight, be straight. But quit trying to egg me on to say what you want me to say. That's never going to happen, man. You can't do me that way. I won't let it happen. Yeah, there you go. Why ain't he doing it instead of telling me what to do? There you go. Too many people want to control the narrative and tell me what I should think and believe, and that's just impossible. So I'll always be me, and I'll always do everything I can to be open and honest. But when it comes to opinion and mudslinging, I'm not doing that. That's not going to fix anything. All that complaining, hollering, and screaming about what happened and trying to prove it, hey, that's what you're in court for, man. You don't have to prove it here on this channel. You don't have to prove it in the chat. So just quit trying. That's what the court case is for. Prove it in front of the judge. I don't decide right and wrong. I don't decide punishment. What I do is be objective, and a judge and a jury of somebody's peers is going to be deciding whether or not they're guilty and whether or not they deserve punishment. Know that it's not my job to decide guilt on the street. That's what innocent until proven guilty is. So if you feel that they've treated you as guilty before you ever had a chance, then why are you doing the same thing? You equal under the law. You have to understand. You got to give. I have to fight for the people who were wrong and the people who did you wrong. I still have to fight for their rights the same as I have to fight for yours. Everybody gets a fair shake. You know, we'll let that run. We'll let that run out in the courts. There's nothing that I can do about that. There's nothing YouTube can do about that, and there's nothing Chile can do about that. I mean, that's all up to, you know, that's all up to other people. None of that is my choice, guys. So please don't expect me to have to do it. Free Travis Hans. Did he get locked up? Did I miss something? It said Free Travis Hans. Isn't that the guy that has the sign, God bless the homeless vets? I think that is. I watch him a lot. I must have missed him. So wish I talked as stern to the police as I do my subscribers. Well, if I ever have to speak to them for some reason like that, you'll hear it. You know. Otherwise, if they're just doing what they do on my camera, I have no reason to be stern. They haven't done anything. So I just trying to be cordial, guys. I've been the same cordial to you, just not I try to be stern when I have to be. He got 30 days for not identifying. Well, shoot, I missed that. I'm gonna have to check out his channel. I've missed it. I get so busy. There's so many auditors and so many things out there that it's really hard for me to keep up. So I can't watch everybody's videos all the time. I wish I could. I don't even have time to watch my own. So not be out there, trying to be there a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the afternoon, try to be out running at night. Very, very hard just to keep that up. So, I sure can't sit here and just watch hours of videos, but uh, he was pro se and they sandbagged him. Yeah, that sounds about right. I know that happens for sure. Um, 30 days for hurt feelings. Well, for some reason, let me tell you what they used to tell me in school, guys. When I was a little kid, in school, they taught us that sticks and stones can break our bones, but words can never hurt us. And if words hurt you, uh, let me be very clear again, try not to get too mad at me. That's your own mental weakness. You have got to learn that you decide how you feel about you. And if you let what someone else says damage that, then you obviously didn't think what you thought about yourself. Obviously you're willing to believe them over yourself. So know who you are and learn to be confident in that. So I guess that's the best way I can put it. And then no one can ever damage you no matter what they say. You won't have to care. I'm hearing bad mic again, so I don't know. Anybody else agree that I'm having a mic problem here? Mic's cutting out bad. So I see that every now and then, but other people say it's not, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm crackling sometimes. It might just be because of this mic, guys. I don't know. This was a mic that was given to me, so I was just trying to use it. It's probably because I keep trying to move it around. It's hard to put it somewhere because everybody says they can't hear me that well. I don't really know where to put it. If I put it on me, it moves too much. If I put it anywhere else, I'll try it there and see how this is. See if I can. How about now? Will that work? Can you hear me now? And let's try that. Can you hear me now? Is that better? Maybe it won't crackle. I'll move up a little bit so that I can speak a little bit better into it. I got to get back a little bit because I can't see that close. Somebody said it's worse. Is it worse? Really? Is it still worse? So I'm not moving anything now. I'm completely away from it. Good for now. Hot dog, thank you. All right, gotcha. So again, guys, I'm learning as I go. I'm not like a sound guy or nothing, so mic is bugged. Who knows? Anything's possible, I suppose. But it's just a little mic stuck in the iPhone here. So eventually, if I can get some money together, I'm going to buy me a webcam and a microphone so that we can learn to do this proper and not have to worry about all this cell phone stuff, so I can do this kind of thing on the PC where I actually have more control and I can use it better. I got you, Jeebus, man. I know just because they ain't hurting me, I know that doesn't mean they aren't hurting other people, and I've never said that. I'm not sure why you would even consider that for a second. You don't have to inform me of what's possible out there, man. Everybody knows. No one needs you to tell them that sometimes certain people do bad things, and it doesn't matter whether they're police or where they work. That's just a fact. Some people are just bad all the way around. And unfortunately, some of those people are the ones we've trusted to take care of us. Sometimes it seems like we actually pay people. There's another guy. I don't know who watches who and who don't, but one of the other gentlemen that I follow on YouTube is Brian from High Impact Flicks. He's got a couple other channels, Grease Monkey Videos, Here's the Deal channel. If you don't know any of those, go check him out. But he made it seems like we have a group of people that we pay to beat us up, rob us, and kidnap us so that no one beats us up, robs us, and kidnaps us. And I will agree 100% across the country. That's the way it seems to me as well. It seems like we just have a group of people that we pay to pirate us to death, like road piracy, take everything they can get, every way they can get it, so that they can get raises and promotions on that and make themselves look like great and honorable people, even though all they're doing is robbing the poorest of the poor. You know, if you want my true opinion, there you go. No, I'm not attributing that to any particular person or any particular name or any particular agency. That is a very broad scope. So, be very careful. Don't forget the income tax. You know what's funny is in their own in their own laws, in their own book, it says that it's voluntary. That it's voluntary, and if I don't know if they quite looked up that word, but they sure don't let us have an option. So, guys, I'm going to step out from in front of the camera for just a second. Um, I'll be right back. I'll just be right here. Sorry, guys, just had to grab me a little more coffee here, if you don't mind. It's hard to speak with nothing to drink, kind of like chili. I feel like I have to lick my lips all the time, keep my mouth wet. Only I don't have enough in there to keep it. So get me a cup of coffee. There we go. Ah, that's a little bit better. Sorry about that, guys. Are there any other questions? Are there any other topics? Anybody want to say anything, or they want to hear me say anything? Watch lackluster about Travis. I will, if I can get the time. I absolutely will find out about Travis. I've watched probably every video he's done. If I haven't, I've watched most of them. So I like Travis. He seems like a guy like me, like a calm, cool, collected kind of dude. So it's guys like that I really wish to reach out to at this point. I don't really feel worthy, but I'm hoping maybe I can network with a few. You know, there are people out there. So if you're looking for people that I like, I like the guys like um, uh, Amagansett Press, and his son's usually with him watching The Watchmen. Great guys, always polite and cordial, and until it comes time not to be. And I guess I'm kind of that way. It's not that I'm trying to copy them or anything. I just, that's just me. I'm not all kinds of angry and loud. Louder, please. Okay. Let me sit up here a little bit. Maybe this will help get up just a little bit closer. So, anyway, um, I like to watch them. There are many other just like them. I like Sam Joaquin and Junior. They're pretty cool. Bay Area Transparency. All these people who are very. There you go, Bay Area Transparency. Someone said a good one to look at. I agree. And the only reason that I would say these uh, names is because I have watched a lot of their stuff. I've watched a lot of their stuff, and these are very reserved. Seem to me to be very reserved people, and they don't jump out and try to escalate things. They just try to be calm, cool, collected, and cordial, and that's what I'm working on. Same thing I'm doing, just trying to be calm, cool, collected, and deal with situations and people as they come, rather than trying to dig up their past and slam them with it every time I meet them on the street. That's not what I'm doing. So if you're expecting that, you're on the wrong channel. There are other ones out there that'll do that. I'm not them. And if you're, excuse me, if you're expecting me to be, you're going to have expectations forever. So, what did I do for work in normal life? Be honest, there really isn't a whole lot that I haven't done. I worked a lot of fast food. Um, I have, worked as a GM, general manager in fast food places. I have worked construction. I have delivered furniture for errands in Columbus. Um, Geez, I worked a lot just on my own, just, uh, going around and fixing things. And, when I say work, I never really made too much money at it. Obviously, you see where I'm at now. So, it's not about, it's never really been about money for me. I just try to make enough to get through my life. I never thought I'd be a rich man anyway. So, you know, just know that I ain't trying to get rich. If I was, I'd be charging a whole lot more. Guarantee it. Long Island audits, Paul was great. They say yes, yes. Another good one. Um, I don't. I hope they don't get upset at me for saying their names on here. I assume they won't mind the free advertisement. Um, but if you don't know these channels and you get the opportunity, stop by and see some of these guys. Watch what they do. Because they are not me either. And they're a lot more seasoned. They've been a lot more places. They have a lot more things to show you. Me, I'm just in this tiny little town, and most of these guys travel around everywhere. What do you call a depressed bear? A depressed bear. I have no idea what you call a depressed bear. Bear, that is, bear. What do you call a depressed bear? A bipolar bear. All right, we'll go with that one. A bipolar bear. That one. There we go. Rogue Nation. That's a good one. Rogue Nation's good. People don't understand how small Iron is. Right. They don't get it. It's nothing like any other city where they could have 50 people pulled over at the same time. That doesn't happen. Most days, no one gets pulled over anywhere. There's a lot of days go by. There's not a cop light in the entire city. Somebody said it was turned into an auditor. Yeah, I don't. It's so hard for me to watch everything, guys. I can't watch everything everybody's ever done any more than I guess you guys can. Otherwise, I'd never leave the house and I'd be stuck in front of that computer 24/7, and I just don't have time to do that. I don't want to spend all my time doing that. I watch as much as I can, and here in the last few weeks, I've been so busy, I haven't done anything but this. There are many videos I need to catch up on. It's very hard, so. Do I get iron on my scanner? Yes, I do, but they're not broadcasting for me to hear. I don't know if it's encrypted. I don't know if they're using their cell phones. I don't know exactly what's going on, but like I said, it's kind of like a cat and mouse game. I think they enjoy it as much as I do, trying to get somewhere and hurry up and get out before I can catch them and make it there to get them on camera. So, maybe it ain't that way. Maybe they're just doing their jobs and I just catch up later. But it sure seems like they're using something that it's definitely not that scanner. I paid $100 for that scanner, and it's done me absolutely zero good. It's not led me to a single call. If you want to know how I usually find them, it's citizens in the local area that'll hit me up, send me a message, email me or something, say, hey, they're up here doing this, and I'll beat feet as quick as I can to get there and make sure that I can get something on camera. So 90% of what you've seen on my channel has all been because someone else, let me know that they were there. So you guys keep that up, you know. And a lot of times here at the house, I'll get messages, and they say, hey, this is going on. And I tell them, hey, I'm too far away, film it. Apparently no one is willing to jump out there and do it. Everybody everybody has their own excuse. I got to go to work. My kid's hair needs brushed, something. Everybody's got an excuse, but if I'm not there, I don't film it. If you don't, if you ain't got no work, put it, send it to me. I'll put it up on the channel. You don't have to go out there and try to act like a badass auditor if you're not. I don't expect you to. Just stand back and film like I do. Just don't get in the way and don't say nothing to you. I think I'm about to it now. Somebody's feeding me jokes. Why aren't koala bears real bears? I wouldn't know. If Ted gets on a bus and you are Ted, what does that mean? It means you are bus Ted. There you go. It's a pretty good one. They can't pass the koala. Can't pass the koala faction. You guys are killing me with the silly jokes. I like them. Keep them coming. I love to laugh. I know a bunch. I don't have any that are YouTube appropriate at the moment that I can think of, but keep them coming, guys. If I can't read them in here, I'll definitely try to read them later. I assume this will be in the. I think the chat always comes up. I usually see it when I watch other people's stuff, so I'll try to go back and catch some of this stuff because I've missed a lot of comments and I apologize. It's so hard to read everything. I read quick, but when 6 of them go across the screen, they're gone, and if I try to scroll up, I've already missed another 50. So. Sorry, guys. I've kind of run out of things to say. I see the comments going by there. Could I get a trifold? Yeah, email me at ironsonauditor@gmail.com and let me know how to get that to you. Everybody, a lot of people ask me, hey, can I get one? Well, I can't just throw it out the door and it land there because I don't know where there is. And I have mailed some of them out. Quite a few actually, and I've went back and talked to several of those people and they don't have them, and it's not because I didn't mail them. So the next time I have to put out a mailing, apparently I'm going to have to do it on a live so that you guys can see me putting them in the box, because I don't know where they're going, but apparently somebody's taking them out. I guess they don't like that Ironton auditor as return address. So please email me about it, and tell me how to get it to you. If I have to mail it, if I can email it, if I can just drop it by your house. There's been a lot of boxes in Ironton I've rolled up to the house and just gotten out and shoved them in the mailbox, got back in my car and took off. You don't want to see me, you don't have to talk to me, you don't have to let anybody know I was ever there. Of course, it's kind of hard for me to hide who I am, so, but if you can, meet me, do it. If you can't meet me, don't. Just let me know. I don't have any problems driving right up to your front door. If you live in South Point, Hanging Rock, you live in any of these areas, I'm not afraid to drive. I may not, I tell everybody the same thing. You need me and you need something from me and I have to come to you. Know that I can't promise I'll be right there in what I'm doing, but I promise to be there as soon as I can. So, sometimes you just got to give me a little bit of time to take care of everything that I'm already engaged in before I can stop that and go do something else. Because again, I'm just one guy. On the north end of Ironton. Hello, Lori. I'm glad to see you out there. Glad to see somebody in the local areas on here anyway. Make them come to you. You'll spend too much in gas. Yeah, it costs me a lot in gas, but it's not about the gas. If I have to get out and walk like a mailman, I'll do that. I don't mind. I don't mind to work hard. Working hard doesn't bother me. I sure wish that I had a little bit of help, So if anybody out there has the fortitude, join me. You don't have to run a camera. Maybe you can just travel with me and do things like that, fill out envelopes and, and help me out a little bit. If I could afford to pay somebody, I'd have all the help I needed. So know that it ain't about money. If I ever get a big bunch, hey, we'll spread it out. Everybody that's helped me will get a little. But, yeah, please send me that email. If you want me to bring it to your place, leave me an address. If you want me to call you, leave me a phone number, something. Just let me know how I need to get it to you. And I can do that. If you prefer that I mailed it, I'll try that again. But it seems like nobody I've mailed out has gotten it. So, I can't say somebody's pulling them out of the mail and throwing them away, but I can say that every time I've sent one out, I don't think anybody I've sent through the mail has received it. If any of those people are in here, let me know, because and after a while I get confused. You guys got one person to know, and I've talked to hundreds and hundreds, so it's very hard for me to remember who's who and who I've spoke to and who I haven't. So I've sent out a lot of emails to people that have emailed me so that I can find out, if they've gotten what they needed, or if they've gotten to talk to me when they needed to, So I just seen a mail carrier would not do that. I wouldn't think so either. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying I took them down to the post office and put them in a big blue box right out in front of the place. And that's been like a week or two ago, and no one's gotten anything. That's what I know. That's all I know. So, no way they would know what's in the envelope. Well, when I write Ironton Auditor in as the return address, they wouldn't have to know what's in it. They just, if somebody doesn't like me, and it would be a personal thing, it wouldn't be like, I'm not sure the entire postal service in the United States government ain't against me on it. I'm not saying that, but I mean, somebody definitely could remove those and just not take it serious. Now, that doesn't mean it's happened, and that's not what I'm claiming, guys. I'm just saying I put them in a box and they're not out, is what I'm saying. So if you need one, bear with me, and we'll try another way. If they're not going through the mail, I'll have to find something. I can email them. If you have a way to print them, I can email really easy. I always have an electronic copy as well. So just keep shouting out, and if I somehow miss you and you fall through the cracks, don't be afraid to send another one. You're not going to aggravate me. I won't feel like you're like a little kid, aggravating me to death. I love the kids. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't get aggravated. So just keep reaching out and letting me know. Don't be afraid to reach out no matter where you are or what you're doing. If you want to see me, know me, ask me, tell me, please let me know. You can always get a hold of me somehow or another. Got to sit back so I can read some of this. I'm more farsighted than anything, so. All right, guys, you all sick of listening to me yet? You want me to stay a little bit longer? It looks like it's 1:22 right now, or at least the clock I can see is running about that. Yeah, if you put that address in the email, absolutely, I will drop it off right there. If you have a mailbox you want me to put it in, or somewhere specific you want me to leave it, leave that in the email, and I'll run by and take care of it. I have to go to town here after a while. I have some other things to pick up, so I can take care of that. Hey, I appreciate you, Daniel R. Ramirez the second. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Said have a sent me $9.99 there. I appreciate that. I will have a coffee. I love my coffee, so it's about the only thing that keeps me going in the average day. Yes, there you go, work line. Thanks to Daniel for sure. Um, and I think I already thanked the other couple that I've seen. So if I didn't, and anyone knows, reach back out there and let them know. What is that? Oh, I always have a wonderful day out there, Lori. You just make sure that your day and days are filled with joy too. Mine always are. I learned a long time ago that no matter how much my day sucks, unfortunately, there are people out there who have it a whole lot worse than I do. I'm one of the lucky ones. My land's paid for, my house is paid for, my car's paid for. I don't have a bunch of payments going out. The banks don't own anything I have. I am truly living the American dream. I have no children of my own. I get to love them all. So my responsibilities are very limited. I don't have a great deal of them, so it is one thing that allows me to do this where some other people financially may not be able to keep up. Not that I get a bunch of money or have a bunch of money, because I don't, but I can use what I've got to a certain point. But know that my utilities are always paid every time first, and the second thing that comes out is any personal debt I owe to anybody else, and I always make those payments. Anybody that I've ever owed and paid will attest to it. So anyway, it's the money thing is the money thing. I don't have a bunch, but I'll spend what I got. I'm not afraid of having or not having money. You know, everybody loves money. Everybody needs money. Me, I need money. I don't know that I love it. I wish there was some other form of trade. Just because it seems like people will do evil, evil, awful things to get your money. They'll lie to you. They'll beg you. They'll cheat it. They'll steal it. They'll do anything they got to make a dollar, take a dollar out of your pocket and put it into theirs. Need to eat some food. Looks like I did actually lose some weight over the last 3 weeks. I think that was because I was so anxious. It was hard for me to stop. I couldn't relax. I didn't eat a lot. But no, over the last couple of days, man, I've been piling the food in. Thought I was going to have to use a shovel instead of a spoon. So, I'm getting back at it. My health is great though. There's nothing wrong with me. So, every winter I usually go up about 10 to 15 pounds, and every spring or summer I drop it right back off. So, it's just the way. That's why my belt has so many holes in it, so I can adjust it back and forth, to make up the difference. Stressful job it can be. Not because the people are causing me stress, just trying to be everywhere I need to be, and trying to accomplish everything I'm trying to accomplish just as one person. I've got a couple guys that'll get out and run with me with cameras, but that's the easy part, is standing there with a camera. You all see there's really no work in that. That's just a hobby for me. I just enjoy doing it. But, trying to handle um, the mailings and all the emails and all the comments, and being able to respond and like really try to build this into a community. I don't want this to be a YouTube channel. I want it to be a community. I want it to be we the people getting together and enjoying spending time together. And I want you to be able to enjoy what I show, um, even if it's kind of boring. And sometimes it's going to be boring. I can't, if I can, get used to this, maybe I can crack some jokes. I've tried here and there. I'm pretty good at it, but it's hard to always be entertaining. So just know that I'll do everything I can, and if I can ever get 2 seconds to rub together to make a minute or two, I'm going to try to learn a little bit more of the history, and more of of the town, and things like that, so that I can just try to fill in some dead time. So, right, I want to see happy people, not grouchy ones too, right? When I told my story on Chili's channel, I come home, and my beautiful woman looked at me and she said, "Well, what do you think you look like?" And I looked back and I said, "I look like an angry old man." And that was exactly what I looked like, and it was because I was an angry old man. Um, However, I'm learning to not to be. I'm learning not to be, and you are seeing it real time live. You're watching me learn and change. As I go. It ain't like I'm perfect. I don't claim that. I'm just trying to be a better man today than I was yesterday. I hope everybody does that. If you're not any better today than you were yesterday, you're not doing something right. So guys, let's see. I'm looking at about 1:45. If there's really nothing else I can answer for you today, I'm going to have to get out of here. Somebody just sent me a message and asked if I could meet them in town for a trifold. Yes, I can. Hit me up on my email, and once I get off this live, I'll get with you and we'll figure out where that's going to be. So, like I said, I have to be in there anyway. So if you're going to be out and about and you want to meet me, or you want to get that from me directly, just send me that email so I can get to you. How me and Chili met? Well, actually, a friend of mine come in and said, "Hey, did you know there's a guy in town, got a YouTube channel?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" And whenever I got on, I found out it was Chili from Delete Laws. I had watched some of his stuff before. I didn't know he was involved with the people he was here. And what I did was I actually got up at that moment, once I learned of Tim and Sarah, and I seen the same videos that you all did. And because he was here willing to help somebody in this area, whether he was right or wrong didn't concern me. I went straight in because I wanted to shake his hand and thank him. I just wanted to say thanks, man, because I don't know anybody else in the whole world who ever cared to come to this tiny little town and help a single person in anything they can do. And because he did that, I went straight in there to meet him. That was all about, I just wanted to shake his hand and tell him thanks. And bless his heart, I think I scared him to death when I first walked in, because I have that pistol on my side, and when I stepped up to walk toward him, because I think he wasn't sure of my intentions, but obviously that worked out okay. So that's how we met. I actually forced that meeting. I went in specifically to meet him, and the only reason is because I just wanted to shake his hand and tell him thanks for trying to help somebody here. Somebody said my kids are responsible for a lot of my personality traits. Well, the funny thing is, I've always heard that insanity is hereditary, and I'm told you catch it from your kids. So now, in my case, I don't have any children, so I'll let you all decide what you think about that. But as to who I got it from, maybe they all get it from me. I don't know. We'll see. My MOS in the Army was 91 Bravo, field medic. Thank you. I don't know if I'm actually making a difference or not, but I'm trying. If I can get some more people out there with me, we actually can make a difference. Me, I'm not really making a difference. I'm just out there trying to prove that I will if I can. That's a fact. If anybody will help me, we'll be a whole lot louder and a whole lot better at it. We can actually affect change if there's more than just me. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. All these comments, I'll be honest, I feel so unworthy of all the nice things that you're saying. The words that you use are awesome and all that stuff. I really appreciate the comments. I'll be honest, though, I feel completely unworthy. I don't feel I deserve any of that. So I'm just trying to be myself, guys. That's, trying to be myself and serve. In the Bible, it says, greater is he that serves. And in my whole life, all I've ever really done is been a servant. I've been a worker. I help people where I can. I've had people help me. Because of that, I will always help. Love you too. Absolutely. Thank you. No work lying there. He obviously has the work to do. Don't like how Chili acts, but you seem humble. Well, I can't be responsible for Chili. He does his thing, and he's good at what he does, and I stay out of his way and let him do it. But I'm not him, and I don't have that kind of bravado. So it's me. It's not that I sit around and try to be opposite of him or anything. I just go out there and be me. So if you think I seem humble, it must be because I just truly am. I've learned a lot in my later years, especially in the last 10 or so. I've had to try to rebuild bridges with family, and I've still got a few apologies to make because I'm learning things. Funny thing is I'm out on this camera, and I'm learning that I'm calm, cool, and collected out in public, and when I get home is when I'm grouchy and irritated, and so I'm trying to learn not to be that way, and learn to apologize to people, for being that way. So I'm trying real hard. Calming voice. I'm glad somebody thinks so. I sure hate to hear it played back to me. I think it sounds awful. It sounds like gooses squeaking to me. Sound like a flock of geese making all kinds of noise. So again, guys, it's getting long in the tooth, and I really have to get going. I got other things to do, so I think I'm going to get on up out of here in a minute. And anyway, guys, I thank you for being here with me. Thank you for sharing this time. I hope it was enjoyable for you. If it is, keep letting me know, and we'll try to set us a day or a time where we can do this more often. So, excuse me, if that's what you'd like to see and that's what you'd like to hear, I absolutely will. We'll do this once a week, once a month, or never again. So let me know what you want. Thanks for my time, man. Thanks for yours, and thanks for everybody else's. Thank you for joining me here. I really do appreciate y'all. You have no idea. I couldn't do any of this if it wasn't for you. The only reason my camera works is because you all are watching. I have too many witnesses. So that is exactly the reason that it works, and I thank you, every single one of you, even the people that hate to watch me. I thank you for watching anyway. I thank you for being here, because without you, this doesn't work. I don't want this to be my channel. I want it to be ours. Don't forget that, guys. I want us to be us. I'm not out there trying to be, I am me because I can't be anybody else, but, I want this channel to be about us, to be about we the people, not to be about Ironton Auditor, Terry Nip. That's just my identity, and I don't know what else to do for now. But remember, I want it to be about us. So that's all, guys. I'm going to get on out of here. I love each and every one of you. Don't think for a second that I don't. I absolutely do. I can't do it without you. So keep it up. Keep watching. Great things are coming. I promise you, great things are coming. Keep watching. And until the next time, you'll see me there, and I'll catch you on the next run. Later.